Hi, Madam Sethi. My name is Daniel Wee. So today my group member and I are going to present about our Law 3 assignment 2. So my group member are Pei Su Hong, Ting Ka Seng, Karen Lim Sing Yi, Hong Pei Chung, and me, Daniel Wee. So the question of our assignment is clients wish to impose LAD on the contractor for delay the handover the building on the completion date. So the architect then realized that there are no LAD amount stated in the appendix to the main condition of the contract. So in Malaysia construction industry, delay is a severe problem that commonly happen during the construction stage. Delay can be defined as the construction work cannot be complete within the specific time period which is specified in the contract document. In other words, delay means part of the work are extended from the planning schedule. So this construction delay will eventually cause the clients suffer a loss. So generally, all standard form of construction contract that commonly used in Malaysia include a clause entitled the employers to claim when a specific level of damage occur, as refers to liquidated and a certain damage LAD. So if the contractor is delayed in completing the work stated in the contract, hereafter LAD give the advantage to the employer to substitute their common law right to seek damage for late completion by offering a statutory right to a predetermined payment for the delay period. So this gives the contractor the benefits of allowing him to set his tender price with more certainty, as he can price the level of risk associated with the specified LAD in his tender amount. So that's all for my part. Now I'm going to pass to Hong Pei Chung for the next part. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Sethi. I'm Wei Pei Zong, and I'm going to present about the liquidated and asset damage. According to the PEM Contract 2006, Clause 222.2 has defined the liquidated damage (LAD) as a guinea pre-estimate as any loss caused in the situation where there is breach of contract by one party to another party. It is predetermined amount of money and agreed between the employer and contractor by entering the construction contract. Usually, LAD is calculated through a way of stipulate some pre-date from the completion dates stated in the contract that the contractors delay until the works are fully completed. Since the contractor has breached his obligation to complete the works specified under the contract, the contractor shall be compensated a pre-estimate sum of loss and damage which is likely to be incurred by the employer. It is prescribed in the contract and the recovery is triggered by the contractor who did a breach in terms of his failure to execute the work within the specific completion date in the contract. I'm gonna continue present about the condition to claim LAD. According PEM Contract 2006, empower the employer to recover his loss if the contractor fails to complete the works by the date of the completion. The insurance of certificate of non-completion is a condition preceding the charge LAD by the employers by mentioned in clause 22.1. Besides that, the LAD is predetermined amount in advance and agreed by the both parties before signing the contract. Besides that, it will be stated in the appendix of the contract. It can benefit the employer since the clause removes the obligation of the employer to provide the actual loss suffered in the occurrence of delay. The contractor is required to pay the amount once they delay, since the rate is clearly stated in the appendix. In other words, the contractor can know early about the amount to be paid in the event of delay.
A very good morning, Madam Sethi. I'm Karen. Today I'm going to talk about computations of LAD. The computations of LAD can be calculated based on two types, which is based on the loss of income and also based on the interest rate. For based on income, we need to have the information of rental rate and also the periods of delay. For the rental rate, we use to calculate the rate per day, and then the rate per day times the periods of delay, we can find out the total amount of LAD that the client can be charged from contractor. Based on the interest rate, we need to have the interest rate and contract sum and the period of delay. These three things times together, we will find out the total amount of LAD that the client can claim. Next, I'm going to talk about project detail. Our project title is Demolitions of Shopping Mall, which is 5-story shopping mall, and it is located in Taman Dato' Ahmad Razali in Ampang. The demolition work should be carried out within 4 months, and the form of contract that in this case is PAM of contract 2006 with quantities. The employer in this case is Cutting Development Sdn Bhd, and the contractor that in charge of demolitions work is Rock Master Breaker Sdn Bhd. For the architect who in charge in this case is Architect Kumuran Anak Lelaki Saturau, who is from Archipanel Architect Sdn Bhd. The demolition work is commenced on 30th May 2019, and it is anticipated to be completed on 2nd September 2019. However, the contractor delayed around 31 days against the extended completion dates. Next, I'll pass to my next groupmate, Ta-Sing, to explain the detail of the case.
Good morning, Madam Zetty. I'm Ta-Sing. Now I would like to explain about our case scenario. The demolition work carried out by the Roadmaster Breaker Sdn Bhd was delayed due to the damage of the gas pipeline, as well as the information obtained by the service provider was not so completed, so it was difficult for the contractor to inspect and also anticipate the underground condition. Therefore, when the contractor was demolishing the foundation, the machine accidentally destroyed several gas pipelines which were near to the foundation, and eventually a fire was caused on the site. The contractor wanted to claim 1 month for the EOT, but the architect has rejected the application for EOT. The architect felt that the problem was caused by the contractor, and it was the obligation for the contractor to complete the work on time. However, the contractor delayed the work, and he realized that the value of the work done on the final certificate was fewer than the contract sum. Then the contractor issued a written notice to the architect and noted that LAD amount was deducted from the money due to him. Then the contractor argued that there was no amount or rate stated in the appendix, so it seems that the employer has waived his right to claim LAD. The architect denied that the contractor breached the contract by late in delivering the project to the employer, so the employer was entitled to claim LAD. This is the project timeline for our scenario, and this is all for my part. I will pass to my groupmate Bear to further illustrate the resolution. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam. I am Bear Suhang. Here I will introduce the resolution of dispute. So the dispute is happened, and the architect intends to organize a negotiation to let the contractor and the employer to reach an agreement. After conducting several meetings, the architect admires that they have a mistake in checking the contract, which leads the contractor to misunderstand the terms of LAD is invalid in the contract. The architect also mentioned that the contractor should be charged the LAD as the late completion of work is a breach of contract. So the architect proposed a solution which the contractor should be charged the LAD, but the rate will be adjusted and relatively lower to settle this dispute. But the negotiation is failed because the employer wants to get compensation for the delay, while the contractor refused to pay because he insists the LAD provision is embedded in the contract. Both parties are able to reach an agreement. the contractor decides to use clause 34.5a to take this dispute to the arbitration. Actually, the arbitrator has the same opinion with the architect. He said that when the rate of LAD is nil, not at all zero or blank, means that the LAD cost is inoperable, but the employer still can claim the general damages, which is also called the unliquidated damages. The case supported are listed below. Arbitrator determines that the employer is subjected to charge the unliquidated damages. The picture shown is the calculation process of unliquidated damages. At the end, a total 775,000 ringgit is compensated by the contractor as the damages to the employer for his late completion of work. The arbitrator also suggested that the employer can recover the general damages as a debt to avoid the confusion caused to the consultant when they are preparing the final account. Okay, thank you for listening. That will be the conclusion.
As a conclusion, the main reason in this case is due to the land plan being incompleted. When the contractor carried out the demolition work without the completion detail of the plan, indirectly caused the gas pipeline breakage. Thus, the repair and rectify work for the pipeline need to be carried out. The breakage caused the demolition of the work to be delayed for 31 days. The solution that used to solve the overcome the case based on the alternative dispute resolution, which is arbitration. Arbitration is a solution of dispute by consult agreement to the third party for the binding decision. The process of the arbitration is able to provide confidently. However, this case will become public when the court is involved in the case. So the arbitration determines that this claim is under unliquidated damage. The amount of unliquidated damage will be calculated based on the loss of income borne by the employer. Total amount of the unliquidated damage through this case is total Rm 775,000. The amount will be compensated to the employer from the contractor for the late completion of works. Thank you.